What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna discuss why pain exposes what peace conceals. Let's just jump into the video. Pain exposes what peace conceals. Now we gotta chop that down, right? We gotta separate that. Let's say pain exposes, right? Pain's gonna expose, right? So what can pain expose, right? It can expose the right strength. It could expose a facade, right? Or overinflated self image, right? Or someone thinking that they're almighty or that they might think they're invincible, right? Or a grandiose type of perspective, right? All of these things pain can expose, right? The pain can expose the positive things, right? The things that are positive and not tested, right? So that's what pain can expose, right? Pain exposes what peace conceals, right? So now let's establish what that means. Peace conceals. So what's peaceful? To be at peace is to be contempt with oneself, right? To be at one with oneself. You understand the flaws, you understand the negative things, you understand the wrong, the bad, the negative. You also understand the positive, the pros, right? The good things, right? And understanding that there's a balance, and you are at balance within all of it. You are at balance with life. And what peace conceals is the things that are guarded, right? Or in a more so sense, regulated, right? Balance, regulated. So the things that are regulated, it's not being interfered because it's being regulated. But if something is added to it or subtracted, right, taken from it, from the regulation, the process of being balanced, if something interferes with that process, it's going to be revealed. So pain exposes, so the negative, right, exposes the good. But the thing with it is that because it exposes it, that means it sheds light on it. Now that comes down to perspective, right? I don't know if you guys heard of a glass half full, half empty, in the sense of an optimistic perspective versus a pessimistic versus uh perspective. So optimistic is basically like a more positive, right? A less negative perspective, or not succumbing or immediately allowing negative thoughts to dictate how you view said thing, right? And pessimistic is more so the negative thing, right? What's wrong? It's pinpointing the wrong things, right? Optimism is pinpointing the good things, right? It's looking, it's a positive outlook, right? And pessimism is a negative outlook, pinpointing the negative things, right? Like, oh, it's raining, right? And say it's my birthday and it's raining. It's like, oh, it's raining, like man, this just would happen. Like now, my birthday it's not even worth like doing anything, right? That's a pessimistic type of perspective, right? Just pinpoint the negative. Okay, it's raining, right? It's not worth doing because it's not sunny, right? It's not going as planned, right? But the optimistic viewpoint is, it's my birthday. I'm alive. I'm able to breathe. I'm able to walk. I'm able to still do these things. I might not be able to look outside and it be all bright and uplifting, but I'm still able to do the things that I have planned. Just because it's raining doesn't mean it's gonna stop what I have planned today. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the optimistic type of perspective. And then there's the middle ground where it's the thin line between your optimistic realist, or more so like you're in the middle of you can comprehend both perspectives. and you can consider both, right? It's one of the best things that you can really do for yourself is to understand the both perspectives, and where you can consider both, and then go through a thought process, right? And then dictate and choose and decide which way you want to go. So just kind of going through that whole understanding of what you hide or what you suppress. The only thing you're doing is trying to cram it into a smaller room, right? That's all you're doing, right? When it first blows up, it's in a big room, there's a lot of space, right, for it to fill up, right? Because there's nothing there. It's there's nothing, and then there's the emotion, boom. But when you suppress it and you try to you don't work through it, right? You don't allow yourself to go through the thought process and go through the grieving process, or even feel it and understand that, like, dang, I feel sad, or like, understanding that you can express it and let it come out in a very negative or non-productive way. And so just understanding that, to understand both perspectives, you need to understand that there you have to be open-minded, right? You have to come to a realization that your way is not the only way. Your thought process, your right and your wrongs are not the only right and wrongs, right? And to broaden that perspective is to then look within and to understand oneself of, like, dang, I'm not all good. I've been telling myself I'm good. I've been telling everybody else I'm good. I've been lying to myself. I know I'm not good. Or I've been pushing this feeling so far down for so long that I've believed a lie. That, like, you know what? I am good. You're not, though. You feel me? You're not. You're going through stuff just like everybody else. So just to kind of wrap all this up, is just understanding that what you don't work on, what you don't shed awareness on, what you don't accept, what you don't realize, what you don't reflect and analyze on, you are giving opportunity and space for suppression to become an option, to become a choice, to become an escape, a temporary numb, right? And that always trickles down, right? It could depend on your audience, right? Someone's in front of you and you don't want to look weak, so you suppress it, but you don't come back to it. Or when you come back to it, you're now it's another emotion that's now take precedent. Now it's angry. Now it's anger, or it's embarrassment, or just whatever. And so just understanding your perspective, and understanding where you are with your journey and your personal development journey, and you improving yourself, you have to understand that, like, it's a journey, it's never a destination. You'll never be fully healed because you're not perfect. And so you will never ever be perfect, but you can always strive to become better than you were yesterday. And so that's the whole message. And so, you feel me? And understanding that, like, when people suppress, they people would rather have rearrangement than transformation, right? They would rather rearrange how they're sleeping to try to fit a comfier spot, a comfier. They would rather, like, if you were to sleep on a park bench versus a bed, try to feel comfortable on a park bench. That's that rearrangement, right? It's uncomfortable, right? But instead of getting to something more comfortable by getting up and, right, the energy, the effort to go to your house is going to take effort and energy. It's going to take intention, right? You're going to have to go and walk, you're going to have to travel. But once you get there, you're now in a bed and you're transformed. As in, when you wake up, you're 9 times out of 10 you're gonna wake up feeling better. Versus if you were gonna sleep on a park bench, try to rearrange into the most comfiest position you can until you can fall asleep. Wake up with your back aching, imprints in your back because of the marks, because of the indents in the park bench. Versus if you just you just got up and was like, you know what? I'd rather go home. I know it's gonna take a long time. I know it's gonna take some changing, right, of my location, changing of my pace, changing of my energy, my mindset, right? You're gonna have to take action. And so people would rather have rearrangement instead of transformation. They'd rather rearrange their position in life instead of transform their life. Transform their life. But you have to understand that it starts within within yourself. So people want to become millionaires, you have to become a millionaire within yourself before you ever should expect $1 million or to ever become a millionaire. You want to become the best singer or the best dancer or the best video game player. Whatever habits that title holds or that person holds, it comes with discipline. It comes with effort. It comes with failures. It comes with challenges. People don't just get good. Talent is, yeah, there's natural born talent, but hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So you have to understand that, okay, you know, I understand I don't like where I'm at, but instead of just trying to tweak a little bit just to fit a more comfortable position, how about I change my location to where I actually get to go to the place I want to go instead of just what feels comfortable right now, right? So like I beg the question. Ask yourself, like I asked you guys, what's more important? Short term, like joy, or long term success? Or short term success and long term joy? We could just say that. That's the question. Excuse me. What's more important? Short term success or long term joy? You feel me? So I just want to, spin that question however you want. Ask, answer it both ways, however you want to. Like, what's more important? Something that's temporary, that's just like a quick cash, right? Get rich quick scheme, right? Or that thing where you have to actually like put in work every day, and you're not gonna see the results, right? The results you see today are not the results of today, right? The results of what you did 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. The results you see of your day today, of your life today, are the results of what you did 6 months to 5 years ago. See what I'm saying? So if you want your life to look different in a year, what are you gonna do today that is gonna show in the results in a year? Do you understand what I'm saying? And the same thing is, pain exposes what peace conceals. So if you are not constantly working on yourself, you're not constantly healing, if you're not constantly analyzing, taking inventory, right? Making sure that you are regulated, making sure your emotions are under control, making sure your mindset is not being infiltrated by negative things, that you're not feeding your brain bad things. All these things, it takes effort and intention. See what I'm saying? So, I just kind of want to, I don't this video is kind of just, more so just talking. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible when it comes to these videos, because I know how important, and how life changing, um the stuff that I do talk about can be for people, because it was for me. And that's why I like to share the things that I've learned, things that help me, because I know that they help me and they work. So anybody who is doubting themselves or worrying, or you know they're not confident within self, that's your responsibility. That's also harsh. It's hard to hear, but it's also a blessing, because then that also means if you're gonna feel confident, that's also you. You're the only one that's capable of doing that, of really upholding that, building that foundation where you actually have something to stand on, where your confidence is not built off of external things. Because if those external things are removed, or those things are taken away from you, your confidence is crumbled. So you need to have a foundation. A building doesn't start from the top and get built down. It builds from the bottom up. So make sure you have a foundation. Make sure you are grounded. Make sure you think for yourself. Make sure you know who you are. Make sure you know your core. Make sure you know your character. So when people try to say opinions and things, them insults, they slide off you, because if someone's opinion doesn't match up to your own, you can consider it. But for you to let somebody's opinions dictate how you think about yourself in a negative sense, be past constructive criticism, that's on you. All right, man. I just want to let y'all in on some quick little word. It's Friday. But just want to finish the video off. Like, subscribe, share. If there's if anything that you heard that is useful, that anybody that you know could use this information, advice, wisdom, knowledge, send it. Okay, so um, just remember, don't block your blessings, second guessing on good things. Keep stuff private until it's permanent. And remember, a good life still has bad days too. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.